Hello everyone. So this is our second video from Rapid Fire. Today we'll be doing statistics. So we'll start from question number 9 from the 2011 applied paper. Okay. So I'll read the question to you. Question number 9. The daily expenditure of 1000 families is given in the following table. If the median of the distribution is 900 rupees, find the frequencies x and y and show that the mean of the distribution is also 900 rupees. So in the question we have been given that the median is 900. So median means Q2, and since we know that, we can apply the median formula and get the answer to our question. So for this question, let's take a target time of 2 minutes. Alright, so here we go. Q2 is equal to L plus NO2 C minus CF. L is the lower value of the median class. Median class is 800 to 1000 because the median is 900. So we are taking 800 here. We know that the median is 900 here. And NO2 is 500. And CF is 50 plus X. And the class width C is 200. So basically we are going to divide that by F, which is 500. So we are going to get 100 here, and then we are going to divide these zeros, and then after that we are going to get 500 minus 50 plus X over 5 into 2. So I'm going to send 5 to this side. So we are going to get 500 plus 1000 minus 100 minus 2x. So when we simplify this, we are going to get minus 500 minus 100 plus 100. So we are going to get minus 400 equals minus 2x. So therefore x is equal to 200. And since x is equal to 200 and we are given that the total value is 1000, then we can find that 50, 250, 750, 800. So 1000 minus 800 is y. Y is also 200. So we can multiply these values here for fx. So 700 into 200 is 140,000. And for this one, this is the 200 is 220,000. So we are going to find sigma fx so that we can find the mean. So 165,000, 165, 615,000. 615,000 plus 220 is 835,000, 835, 840. So we are going to get 900,000. And mu is sigma fx over n. N is the total number of frequencies. So we are going to get 900,000 over 1000. So that will be 900. Alright. So this is this question done. So moving on to our next question. 2011 question number 10 from the applied paper. Over the past 15 months, the number of orders received for a certain product has an average of 24 orders per month. The best 3 months has an average of 35 orders per month. There were 11, 14, 16 and 22 orders for the product in the lowest 4 months. Find question number 1. the average of the number of orders received in the remaining 8 months. Question number 2, the first quartile of the number of orders of the 15 months. So for this question, we'll aim to do it in 2.5 minutes. Alright, so let's move on to the question. So they are saying that during the best 3 months, they got 35 a month. So total during best 3 months is 35 into 3. So that is 115. And total of the first 4 months the worst 4 months will be 11, 14, 16 and 22. So we are getting 38, 38, 14, 52, 52 and 11, 63. So we have 63 here. So the total, the average number of products. So first of all, we have to find the total during the 8 months. So we know that during 15 months, 24 was sold on average. Then we reduce these values from there. So then we will be getting 360 minus 115 minus 63. So 360 divided by 360 minus 178. So this is what we get. And 178, 360 minus 178 is to be 100 and so divided by 170, 182. Let me check here. Yeah, so 182. So now for the average during 8 months, we are getting 182 divided by 8. So when we divide that, what we get is so it's almost around 24. I think I would have made a mistake here, so I'll be checking it again. 35 into 3 is 35 into 3 is actually 105, and 11 plus 14 is 25. 25 plus 16 is 41. So that is correct. So I think this is the mistake here. And yeah. So then we'll get minus 168 and we have 192. Okay, then we will be getting 24 exactly. So the answer to our first part is 24. So let's move on to the next part of our question. Alright, so the first quartile of the number of orders of the 15 months. So that means there are 15 data entries. So to find the quartile, first quartile in a discrete data, we have to apply the formula n plus 1 over 4. So this data will be the value. So basically Q1 is the fourth data, and if you remember, according to the question, the fourth data given to us was 22. So Q1 is 22. Alright, and this is the end of our question. So we'll be moving on to our next question. So from 2012 question number 9, the mean and the standard deviation of 100 observations were calculated as 30 and 4.1 respectively. It was later found that one observation has been erroneously recorded as 40 instead of the correct value 30. Compute the correct mean and the standard deviation of the 100 observations. So let's move on to the question. So we are going to find the correct mean now. So let's write the correct mean as mu c. We'll be taking about 3.5 minutes for this question. Alright. So we have 30. So sigma x, if we're writing that, it will be 300 minus 40 plus 30 over 100. So we are going to get, 3000 minus 40 minus 30 over 100. So we are going to get 2990 divided by 100. So that's going to give us 29.9. So this is the correct mean. And now we need to find the correct standard deviation. So we will find that by finding the correct variance first. So let's write the correct variance as sigma c squared. But before finding that, we need to find the total sum of the squares. So we can do that. Alright. So 100 into square of the old standard deviation and square of the old mean. Alright. And from that we are reducing the value of the wrong mean, wrong data, meaning squared. So we are getting 40 squared minus 40 squared plus 30 squared. So when we simplify this, we are going to get this as 4.1 into 4.1. This is 16.81. Alright. So 100 into 16.81. Plus 900 minus 1600 plus 900. So that this is basically minus 700. So when we add this, we are going to get 916.81 into 100. So that is 91,681 minus 700. So by this we are going to get 90,981. Alright. So now the correct variance will be obtained by reducing this sigma x squared over n by the mean. That's our variance formula. So I'll write it up here. Alright, so 90,981 over 100. Alright, and we have the real mean which is mu c, so that is 29.9 square. So once we simplify this, we are going to get this value is by checking the log tables, I got it as 894.01. So when we simplify this, we have 909.81 minus 894.01. So when we subtract this, we get 15.8. So this is the variance, and sigma is root 15.8, which is about 3.9. So when you simplify this using log, you get 3.975. So that's it for this question. So let's move on to the next question. So our next question is question number 10 from the 2012 applied paper. The mean marks of schools A and B for a given test to their students are 31 and 45 respectively. The standard deviation of the distribution of marks of school A is 5. To compare the results, the marks of school B are scaled by using a linear transformation so that the mean and the standard deviation of school B are the same as those of school A, and a mark of 85 at school B becomes 63 under the transformation. Find the linear transformation and hence find the original standard deviation of the distribution of marks of school B. So in the question, we need to will take about 4 minutes for this question, and we need to know the linear transformation equation. So that is y I is equal to axi plus b. Alright. So from this equation, we know that a mark of 63 has come from 85. So this can be taken as a equation 1, and from the equation of our mean, we can take y bar is equal to a x bar plus b. Alright, and from this we can get 31 is equal to 45a plus b, equation number 2, and by subtracting this we can get 1 minus 2 is equal to 32. So 40a is equal to 32, thereby a is equal to 0.8. Alright. So then from 1 we can find b by substituting 0.8 from 1. 63 is equal to 85 into 8 by 10 plus b. So when we multiply this, we are going to get b as minus 5 directly, because we'll be getting 68 here. Alright. So thus we can write the linear transformation formula. Is equal to y is equal to 0.8x minus 5. Alright. So this is what we have, and now what we need to find next is the standard deviation of B. So let's take the standard deviation, or we can write it as x of y is equal to A, and so Sx of x is equal to 5 into 4 by 5 over x, because we are given that 5 is the value for A, standard deviation of A. So when we multiply this, we are going to get the standard deviation for B. So we can write as Sx of x is equal to 6.25. When we send this, it will be 5 into 5 by 4, 6.25. So let's write it as sigma b being equal to 6.25. Alright, so this is it for this question. So our next question will be from 2013, question number 9 from the applied paper. The mean and the mode of the following 8 observations are 4 and 6 respectively. 2, 3, 6, 2, 1, x, y and z. Here x, y and z are real numbers. Find the values of x, y and z and calculate the standard deviation of the 8 observations. So moving on to our question, we will take 3 minutes for this. Since we know that m is 6, we know that at least 3 terms should be 6. So then let's say that x and y are equal to 6, and now we are going to find z. So mu n is equal to 32, 4 into 8 terms, and 32 is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus z. Alright, so then when we simplify this, we are going to get z is equal to 6. Now we need to find the standard deviation. So we can find the standard deviation by this formula. Alright, so when we are adding this, now we are going to take the square root of this, and we are going to add each and every term of this and reduce it by the mean and square it. So 1 minus 4 is minus 3, minus 3 squared is 9. So likewise for 2 it's 4 again, and for 3, 3 minus 4, 1, so 1, and for 6, 6 minus 4 is 2, and that square is 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. Alright, and n is 8, and we have all this inside the square root. So what we are going to get is root 34 by 8. So this is basically root 17 by 2. So this is the answer for this question. So our next question is from 2014, question number 9 from the applied paper. The mean and median of 5 observations are 7 and 9 respectively. The only one mode of the observations is 11. Assuming that all observations are positive integers, find the largest observation and the smallest observation. So let's start off this question by finding n mu. So n mu is 5 into 7, 35, and we know that q2 is 9, so basically q2 is the third term. Alright, so then we can write it as 35 is equal to x plus y plus 9 plus 11 plus 11. Alright, so x plus y is equal to 4. So they have given that this is the only mode, m is equal to 11. So these values can be either 1, 3 or 3, 1. Either way, the smallest value, smallest observation, let's call it S is equal to 1 and L is equal to 11. So this is it for this question. Let's move on to the next one. So we are moving on to our final question of the day. So question number 10 from 2014 A level from the applied part. The mean of the following frequency distribution of 100 observations is 31.8. So the following data graph is given below. Find the values of x and y and estimate the median of the distribution. So we can take about 2.5 minutes for this question. We know that x plus y is equal to 34. Why? Because when we subtract this, we are going to get x plus y is equal to 34 because the rest of the terms is equal to 66. And using the fx product, I came up with another equation because we know that n mu is equal to 3180 and n is equal to 100 and u is equal to 31.8. So when we subtract it, we are going to get 2180 minus 900 is equal to 1280. 1280 minus 160 is equal to 1120. So 1120 is equal to 20x plus 20y or 40y. So 20x plus 40y we can be written as the second equation. All right. So from this we can multiply the first equation by 20. So 1 into 20 is equal to 20x plus 20y, and then we are going to get 334 into 20 is 680. So we have 680 here and as the third equation. All right. So then 3 minus 2, 2 minus 3 is going to give us 20y, and 20y is equal to 1120 minus 680. So we have 320 here and another 120 here. So we can write that as 440. So y is basically 22, and since we know that y is 22, so directly substituting in equation 1, we can write that x is equal to 12. Alright, and since we know that these values are less than 34, we definitely know that the median class is this class. So median class is equal to 25 to 35. And so using the median class, we are going to find the median now. So we can just write it as Q2 is equal to L, which is the lower limit 25 plus n by 2. N by 2, so that is 100. So basically 50 minus the cumulative frequency 16 plus x is 12, so 28, and we have C as 10. Alright, so then we are going to divide this by f, the frequency of the model class, that is the median class. So then we are going to get Q2 as 25 plus 220 by 50, which is exactly 29.4. all right, so that's it for this question, and this will be it for the part 1 of our statistics rapid fire. So I will be discussing from 2015 to 2018 in our part 2 statistics rapid fire. So please stay tuned to this, and okay, so that's it. Thank you for watching.